Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 5. We choose Indonesia as our case study country. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to introduce our group members. We have MASLIZATUL NESOFIAH, FARISHAH MAISARAH, ALIA MAISARAH, NURZARIFAHTUL AIDA, and last but not least, SHAHRAIN ADRIANA.
First is introduction. Inflation is a decrease in the purchasing power of money, but in general, it increase in the price of goods and services in the economy. In this presentation, we will overview the background, data, impact and policy of inflation of the country during COVID-19 from 2019 to 2022. We also explains how fiscal policy and monetary policy control the inflation in the country.
Okay, now I will explain about Indonesia background, which is the population and economic growth. Indonesia, officially called the Republic of Indonesia, is a country located in Southeast Asia and Oceania. It is situated between the India and Pacific Ocean. It has the population of over 279 million people, making it the fourth most populous country in the world. The country has a diverse and thriving economy with many people working in agriculture, manufacturing, and services. It is rich in natural resources, which has led to the growth of industries like palm oil, textile, and tourism, which are important for the economy. Indonesia has experienced significant economic growth and recovery following the pandemic and positioning it as one of the world's leading economies. The World Bank recognized Indonesia as an upper middle income country with a gross national income per capita of 4,518 in 2022. Indonesia's economy is diverse with strong trade partnership and is projected to become the 16th largest economy in the world by nominal GDP. The industry sector is the backbone of Indonesia's economy, contributing 46.4% to its GDP, followed by the services sector at 13.6% and agriculture at 14.4%. These economic advancements have led to a substantial reduction in poverty rates and increased the middle class population. The industrial and services sector have played significant role in driving economic growth, while the agricultural sector has seen a decline in its contribution. Now I'm passing for the next presenter.
COVID-19, which had become a pandemic, has hit the economic sector of the country in the world, including Indonesia country. The main challenge for the government is to manage the economic sector for future progress. This problem will become main task for government during COVID-19. The government in Indonesia need to solve the problem of economy with the right strategy. Since Indonesia entered the COVID-19 pandemic country, the value rupiah has increased and it is lowest position since 2020. Since COVID-19, Indonesia's economic growth is predicted to be at the lowest rate. Money will become less valuable for the goods and services. The value of the consumer price index CPI is used to calculate inflation. The consumer price index shows that annual percentage change in the average cost for consumer to purchase a good and service. Moreover, there are various factors that have the potential to directly affect Indonesia's inflation rate. One of them is the interest rate set by Bank Indonesia, which is a main tool in influencing Indonesia's inflation rate. The interest rate that can be used to trigger inflation is consists of public savings, credit, and bank deposit. The graph shows the inflation of Indonesia in year 2019 to 2022 during the COVID-19. In 2019, shows that inflation rate is 3.3%. In 2020, inflation rate of Indonesia decreased at 1.92%. In 2020, inflation rate at 1.56%, while in 2022, inflation rate increased to 4.21% because the economy of Indonesia has recovered from COVID-19.
Next, I will continue about the impact of COVID-19 on inflation. First, we have the shift in consumption pattern changed significantly during the pandemic. during the implementation of the MCO show a shift toward higher consumption of food products, as households made a stop during the initial MCO period and generally consume more food products. Secondly, the purchasing power of consumer is decreasing because consumer cannot afford. This happens when the consumer wages experience a fall in their real wages, unless if their income are increased at the same rate of inflation, so the cost of living will rise too. Lastly, if inflation is going up and getting higher, it will lead to higher unemployment. This means that when inflation rises, unemployment will drop. So the higher unemployment, on the other hand, will equate to lower inflation. When more people are working, they have the power to spend, and which lead to an increase in demand, and inflation soon will follow.
Next is monetary or fiscal policy to overcome the problem of inflation. In monetary policy, government needs to adjust the interest to combat inflation. By raising and lowering interest rate, may assist the economy manage inflationary pressure. Interest rates are essential the cost of borrowing money. Borrowing becomes more expensive when the central bank raises interest rate. In this atmosphere, both consumer and business may be hesitant to borrow money for large expenditure or investment. This reduces expenditure, lowering total demand and perhaps lowering inflation. Next is open market operation. To combat inflation, a central bank can impact the country's money supply by purchasing and selling bonds, bills, and other financial instruments in the open market. When the central bank sells such instrument, money is taken out of the system. When it purchases, it injects money into the system. Open market operations are a type of market trading used to control the money supply. In fiscal policy, government needs to control their spending to combat inflation. Government spending or expenditure encompass all government contribution, investment and transfer payments, so government needs to reduce the amount of expenditure, or the government can reallocate resources to less inflating industry. Next is tax policy. By increasing tax in the country will help reduce the disposable income and spending to help limit inflation.
Lastly is recommend and summarize. Recommend. Indonesia is a country with a strong economy is navigating a dangerous speed. Indonesia must cultivate elastic supply chains to sever the essential supplies to unpredictably global markets. Last is tightening elastic supply chains might dampen inflation but could also slow job creation. So for the conclusion, open communication and collaboration between policymakers, business, workers, and civil society are crucial to build harmony and to ensure the effectiveness of implemented strategy. By fostering a climate of trust and shared responsibility, Indonesia can walk the tightrope with confidence, securing a future where both economic stability and individual prosperity